Hey guys, this is Nathan Gonzalez with NathanGonzalezMarketing.com, and I wanted to shoot this video just to talk to you guys a little bit about something I learned yesterday from Ray Higdon. He was actually on a webinar with his fiance Jessica, and they were talking about the way they prospect and the process of it, and how they all kind of tie it into to become they're both top leaders in their company. Ray is someone who's top income earner, number one income earner in his company, and he knows what he's talking about. He knows, he's actually a very great prospector, and he just gave a few tips, and I thought I would just kind of refresh these tips with you guys, and just show you exactly how he does it. And he actually was on a morning wake up call this morning, and he kind of gave a little challenge and a little assignment to the people who were on the call, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But a few things a few tips that he said was, when you're prospecting and you're talking to either your warm market or leads that you've generated online, you want to be a great listener. You just want to consistently be listening to what like keys, little hot buttons that they have, whether it's you want to ask questions such like, what is it that, that has you open to a home-based business? What is it that, what has recently changed in your life for you to be open to home-based business? See, because in network marketing, a lot of times people have such a bad perception of it, because we just, they feel like it's just, they're trying to get sold something, or they're trying to get, persuaded or forced to do something. And see, it's a total opposite. As network marketers, as internet marketers, we're here to provide a solution. The solution might not be, your product right away, but you want to be telling them, you want to build that relationship. Whether this is the first time you've talked to them, whether you've known them, you want to kind of see what it is that's causing them to even spark an interest in what it is that you're doing. See, because once you hold that, you now know what's driving them to be open to that. You now can use that. You now can say, hey, well, look, if you're serious about maybe spending more time with your family, well, you can work this business part-time and definitely see that and definitely get that result to spend more time with your family. These hot buttons, this is something that I learned from Brian Tracy's book, Psychology of Selling. You want to pay attention to that. If someone says, well, hey, I want to make a lot of money, you wouldn't want to say, hey, well, you can have spend more time with your family. That might not be important to them at that point. You want to listen to certain things that that's interested, because for you, obviously you're in the business for yourself, you're working with your team, you believe 100% in it. But the idea of when you're prospecting is to really become the best listener. You want to really take your time to really show your prospect that you really do care about them. You really do care what it is that's important to them. They're not just another sign up. They're not just someone who's another auto ship that's just coming in. You want to really show them that you have the answer to whatever it is that problem is, to whatever it is that they're looking for. And our jobs as marketers is to find that find that problem or that issue that they're having, whether it's time freedom, whether they don't want to, they're tired of their job, whether they're, need some money, whatever it might be. You want to be that person to say, hey, look, I can help you with this. If time is your issue, if finances is your issue, I can help you if you're serious, rather than, hey, well, look, this is my product, you can just get started. And you don't want to overwhelm them. You want to become a great listener. And something that I picked up from Jessica is she was saying that when she first started, she was horrible on the phone. She was terrified. She would get in her car, drive around the neighborhood because she didn't want anybody to hear. And now she's a top earner and a top recruiter in her primary company. So that just shows you that anybody can do this business with the right mindset, with the right, training, with the right will and the right drive to have it. I'm not saying that she's, not special, because obviously, her and Ray are just amazing, marketers. But you want to keep in mind that for her to be telling that story, for her to say, hey, look, if I was so terrified of the phone, I wouldn't want to answer it. I wouldn't want to talk to a lead or a prospect in front of Ray, or she would even have, like she said, to get in her car. that just shows you that, you can do it also. If you're, if you're struggling with prospecting right now, whether it's your warm market, whether it's, people that you're meeting online, it's a process. You want to make sure that every day you're getting better at what you're doing. If you feel like, well, I just don't see the results. Well, I mean, keep going. We're here building a business, so you want to keep that business, you want to plug in every day to what you're doing, plug into these leaders, plug into these morning wake-up calls from MLSP, plug into, prospecting, trainings, recruiting trainings, anything that you feel like you're struggling with. The good thing about that is that you can get better by just learning and feeding your mind this information that will position yourself to now work towards mastering that skill. A lot of these people, Ray and Jessica, they said, well, in the beginning, I mean, they struggled. They didn't really understand too much of how to build a business, but they knew that if they followed the right leaders, if they plugged in, if they just became a student of marketing and what it is that they were going towards, they were going to reach their goals. And I mean, obviously they have. They are on their way to really doing something special in their company. And I wanted to share that with you guys. And if one other thing as far as with prospecting is, if you feel like you hopped online, let's say you're watching this video right now and you're like, well, hey, I've already talked to everyone I know, I've spoken to all my friends and family, everybody I know about your opportunity, and now you hopped online. Well, it's you might have approached them in a different way, and that's what maybe kind of turned them off. Because I know from my experience, my first network marketing company, when I had no really prior training, I really didn't know the right way to speak with these people. I was just kind of throwing up all over them. I was telling them, hey, product, telling them about the comp plan before they had even agreed to seeing a presentation. And all this really is it just goes back to posturing. This is something that Ray, he says almost in everything when he talks about prospecting, is it's all about posturing. You want to posture yourself to be someone that these people want to work with. If you feel that if they feel like, you're just someone who's, waiting by the phone for their call, well, see, they don't want to work with anybody like that. I know I wouldn't. I want to work with someone that's, someone that's busy, someone that's doing something at all times, someone that, I feel like if I get 5 minutes of their time is great, and you need to position yourself like that, and people might say, well, hey, I don't have the success that you have, or I don't have this. Well, that's the thing is, the reason why you get success is because of that posture, because you position yourself like that from day one. And now you have the ability to say, hey, look, I mean, if you join me in this business, great, we can do something, and we're going to do something. If not, that's fine too. I'm going to do this with or without you. And you want to show that posture, when you're talking with these people. Don't be scared. Don't be, don't hold that emotion to a yes or no answer. If it's a yes, great, let's work together. If it's a no, hey, thank you for your time, and keep going. It's nothing personal against you. It's just the opportunity is not for them. So you really want to think about that posture as you're out there prospecting, to position yourself to really become the leader that you deserve, to be, and that you already are. Because if you think about it, well, what makes you a leader? I mean, do you have to make a certain amount of money? No, it's the posture that you have that will position you as a leader from day one, from the day that you decide, I'm going to be a leader today, and that's it. From then on, you start, doing as if you were that leader that you dream of being. You are that leader right now. So these are just a few things that I kind of picked up from yesterday's, webinar and his morning wake up call, and his challenge for people that were on the call was to double your productivity that you did from, let's say Monday through Thursday, whether you spoke to, five prospects, he said, try to make it a point to talk to 10, try to make it a point to, if you spoke to 2, to make it 4, from 6 to 12, double your productivity, and just keep going with it, just keep pushing and position yourself to really see the results that you need. And you will just keep going. And if you feel like you're kind of frustrated and you can't get this whole prospecting thing going, believe me, it will start working for you. Just listen to these few tips, and you should be on your way to really starting seeing the results that you need and want in your business. So this is Nathan Gonzalez. I will see you guys on the next video.